Hello everybody, I'm Drew. Welcome back to Drinks and Spades. So today we're going to continue down this bicycle cocktail recipes card deck. And today we're going to be doing the 2 of Spades Bloody Mary. So the Bloody Mary is obviously most well known as the hangover cocktail, the morning after cocktail. It's kind of a way to get alcohol in your system, to kind of the hair of the dog style, but without tasting the alcohol because it might create a reaction. So especially depends on how your night before went. So what it does is it kind of takes vodka and mixes it with a whole bunch of things that can overpower the weakest tasting alcohol. So vodka is supposed to be like tasteless, and then adds all very strong flavors so that you can't taste the alcohol, but it does get into your system to help kind of get you sort of drunk again, to kind of deal with it, I guess. Obviously, it isn't a hangover cure. It is just how it is. So to make this drink, I'm going to be using a different style shaker than I usually use. Usually, I use the Boston, which is 2 glasses, 2 tins, shake it up. That's my normal style. I was looking online and I saw this for a kind of like an all-in-one shaker, and it kind of intrigued me because I like making drinks for friends, but sometimes I can't always have them over here, so sometimes I'm going there. And to do that, I have to grab my strainer, I have to grab my jiggers, I have to grab both shaker tins, then the alcohol and all the ingredients. It's a lot. So I saw this, and not only is this is a cobbler style, so it does have the strainer in it, but it also has measurements inside the tin that can go from a quarter ounce all the way up to 6 ounces. Can't really see the measurements, but I mean, they gave a cool little coaster to help you remind, but it does a great job measuring all the way up to 6 ounces, which is great for something like this that requires 3 ounces. My jiggers are usually 1.5, 2 to 2.5. I really don't have one that goes over 2.5, so that when it says 3, I can get everything in one shot. But another little cool trick I've learned is you can do this. Crack your egg in for anything that requires an egg white, and then you can strain it out without getting your hands too goopy, and you can just kind of get the yellow away. So it's got a lot of benefits to it. I kind of like it. I've only used it a couple times. The vacuum seal does keep my hands. Oh, they're not sponsored. I just like the product. So if you're looking to get something like this is Elevated Craft makes this, and I got the gunmetal because I think it looks cool. Anyways, onto the drink. So first, 1.5 ounces of vodka. Oh, I'm on the wrong side. It has milliliters and it has ounces. So 1.5. Make sure I got this right. Yep, 1.5 ounces of vodka, and then 3 ounces of tomato juice. I'm using basic Campbell's. I don't worry about the quality of my tomato juice. So 3 ounces of that. This is, I mean, you have to like tomato. So if you like tomato soup, or gazpacho, I guess, would you mean a better comparison? That's great, because it's gonna be cold and tomatoey. Then you need a half ounce of lime. Well, I'm sorry, half ounce of lime. Yeah, half ounce of lemon. Then you shoot more than one video the same day. Now, everything else now is a dash. So this Worcestershire, this stuff, this does have a dasher on it, so it's kind of easy. Dash in there. That gives that umami steaky flavor. The dash of Tabasco sauce, which also has a dasher on it. I suggest it's not hot sauce. It doesn't say just use hot sauce. It means Tabasco, and I will say that I've had it made without Tabasco and different hot sauce. It definitely affects the flavor. So to get the authentic, I like mine a little stronger with Tabasco, and we get 2 dashes. Dash of that. And celery salt. This gives it that vegetable, almost like when you get the V8s, but like the actual like vegetable medley V8, stuff like that. That says a dash of this. Now, if you cooked a lot, add salt so that you're supposed to go to your hand. Make sure you have a dash's worth, which is dash, like a pinch, and put that in. Don't do this. Don't do this because you may add way more. And celery salt, it's really hard to overpower celery salt. So then we're gonna add our ice. So first, one big cube. Watch out how much it splashes. One cracked cube. This one's not wanting to crack. There we go. Now it says to shake with ice. Then it says to strain into an 8-ounce glass. Let's shake it for 8 to 10 seconds. It's actually, by the way, in case you can't know, also a lot quieter because of the double wall, which is good for making videos, stuff like that. So once you get 8 to 10 seconds of shaking in, it doesn't freeze your hands either. That's the one thing I do kind of miss is when I know when it gets cold that's like, hey, we're good. I can't really feel it with this. So it calls for an 8-ounce glass. This is odd to me because I'm used to most of Bloody Marys are one of those things that, like, when you go into restaurants, usually they have like colossal Bloody Marys. Like, they're known for, like, they're usually served on ice, so it's usually like a pint glass, and then they'll put in ridiculous amount of garnishes. Like and I've seen them, with sliders and pieces of bacon and all that stuff. So the fact this is like an old school, just a Bloody Mary, it is just this thing. It's not even over ice. It literally says straight into an 8-ounce glass. So I will do so. There we go. And that says to garnish with the celery. Now normally when you make your celery, you'd want to get rid of this little weird top part. For a garnish, makes it look nice and pretty. So I'm going to give it a taste this old school way, no ice. Let's see what I think. Surprisingly, it's actually less tomato than I'm used to. It's kind of almost like a cocktail. It's still tomatoey, but I'm used to having it way thicker. When you get the the Bloody Mary mixes, usually when you mix it with just the mix and the vodka, it's just super thick. Especially if it's over ice. I think they're kind of counting on the ice to melt over time, and maybe I just drink them too fast. They just seem way thicker. This is way thinner. I actually really like it, way more than I usually like a Bloody Mary. So I suggest you make it this way. Give it a shot. See what you think. Also, if you see Elevated Craft out there and want to give this a shot, I suggest giving it a shot if you want to have, especially if you're starting a bar and you don't want to buy 40 kinds of jiggers, strainers, and everything. It's a pretty easy, like, one-stop bar tool, plus the ability to just clean up really easy, but just obviously just rinse it through. So let me know if you try the drink or the shaker and what you think. And as always, if you're looking for drinks, we have them here in Spades.